It's V-Week on ESPN as we continue Jim Valvano's fight against cancer.
V-Week continues. You're watching the Big 12 on ESPN. And tonight it's the Big East Big 12 battle renewed. The number 15 Creighton Blue Jays in Stillwater, Oklahoma to take on the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Inside historic Gallagher-Iba Arena on the campus of Oklahoma State University, alongside longtime coach Tim Welsh, I'm Rich Hollenberg. Happy holidays, everybody. And earlier today, Timmy, head coach for Creighton, Greg McDermott, head coach for Oklahoma State, Mike Boynton, both told us the same exact thing about tonight's game. It's a math game. What does that mean?
It's all about the math, Rich, and it's basically third grade math. 3 beats 2, and what's that mean in analytics? You've got to take the threes to do it, and no one does it better in the country than Creighton. They're going to space the court with 5 shooters. They're going to move the ball quickly, and they're going to fly up and down the court, not to the rim, but to the three-point line, and Oklahoma State has got to run back and defend the line, and also on the offensive end, try to match Creighton at the three-point line. So Oklahoma State will take a lot of threes. They just hope they can make them. They have been inconsistent so far this year.
And some good news for Mike Boynton's Cowboys. Their top scorer is back. Bryce Thompson returns to the lineup after missing the last 3 games with a sprained knee. The Blue Jays, as you mentioned, Tim, they live up to their mantra, and their mantra is let it fly. They're second in the nation in three-pointers made, 6th in the nation in 3 points attempted. Oklahoma State, no slouch in that category either. They're top 35 in the nation in 3-point attempts, but they're going to need to make a bunch tonight if they want to hang with the 15th ranked Blue Jays.
Well, Mike Boynton knows it. He said they're going to take those threes. They're going to make a lot of them. We have to do a really good job of contesting, but we're going to have to try to get near them. They can't make 15 threes and we make 6. We won't win the game.
Your officials tonight, James Breeding, Ron Groover, Pat Driscoll. We're underway in Stillwater, and in their road blue uniforms, number 1, Stephen Ashworth controls the opening tip for the Blue Jays. You see the 5-out offense from Creighton, and you'll see it a lot tonight. Trey Alexander, Oklahoma City product, returning home, and nearly a turnover.
Well,
Here's Ashworth, the Utah State transfer. Mason Miller back in the lineup after missing the last 2. Ashworth for 3, got it. Well, Greg's on 28% from the field. Kalkbrenner 1 for 2. That one goes out of bounds, and it'll stay Oklahoma State basketball.
Well, when you break that.
Ready. 2 triples for Javon Small, the transfer from East Carolina.
Oh, excellent out of bounds play underneath. A little pin down screen as Small came out locked and ready.
Ashworth inside the 3-point line. He has an early foul. On this Cowboys roster, Mike Marsh, the transfer from Jacksonville. Ashworth, heat check 3. He's got an early 8. Couldn't thread the needle to John Mike Wright.
Marsh is a good passer from that high post. They'll look for them to go back to that play.
Alexander with the lob to Kalkbrenner. Kalkbrenner patient in the paint off the window. First field goal for Kalkbrenner.
Well, that's so hard.
For Mike Boynton. This is the youngest team that he's had in his 7 years in Stillwater. Brandon Garrison, a McDonald's All-American with his first 2.
Look what Oklahoma State's doing. They're trying to fly up the court. If they have the 3, they'll take it on opportunity. If not, they're going inside.
Ashworth hits the deck, no whistle. And we're going to get a foul on that one. They're going to count the years. This Big East Big 12 battle has been tied 5-5. This year, no chance. They're playing 11 games. And there's a dunk and a scream from Ryan Kalkbrenner. A 9-2 Blue Jays run and their first lead of the game.
That's
Ashworth, nice spin move. Shireman, 2 feet in the paint, back out to beyond 3. Ashworth, hot hand. Count the basket, and one opportunity. Stephen Ashworth is the best player on the floor in the early go.
Well, they're doing a good job of moving the ball from side to side, and then they create this little wing pick and roll, and there's no show, and the screener defender guarding Ashworth is getting pinned on the screen, and he's getting no help from the defender guarding the screener. And this is what's happening.
Stephen Ashworth's only attempted 2 free throws all season. He's made them both, and now he's 3 for 3 on the year.
Well, Oklahoma State's
back too strong, and Ashworth comes away with it. They look inside first. King, good footwork from the big man.
They are doing a real
pointer for Javon Small, but he has 8. In the corner, catch and release. Lefty Baylor Shireman with his first bucket.
Well, Bryce Thompson got caught.
Shireman. Now Kalkbrenner. And he's blocked by Garrison. Creighton maintains possession. Alexander silences the crowd with a 3.
Kalkbrenner's
the last 3 with a leg injury.
Oh, he's important. Just having him out on the floor as a veteran, experienced, knowledge of the system, played in a lot of these big games over his career. He knows what it takes. He might not have that hop in his step needed, but the experience will prevail.
Kalkbrenner, right hand, too easy. Maybe not the shot that Mike Boynton wanted.
No, that was a little quick. The ball got stuck on one side of the floor, was never reversed.
They go inside out. The freshman Trout knocks down his first shot of the game, and wouldn't you know it, it's a triple. And a timeout called by Mike Boynton. Didn't like what he saw. And we'll take a timeout alongside him. Creighton with a 6-point lead, 5:34 to go in Stillwater. In the country in the Creighton Blue Jays.
Good defense on that possession by Kalkbrenner. He just didn't give up position, got big down low.
Kalkbrenner for 3, and that has been the biggest improvement in his game this year.
Absolutely.
Ethan Raggy with 3:34, and then right below Mitch Ballack, you might recognize the name Doug McDermott, Greg's son, all-time leading scorer in Creighton Blue Jay history. And right on cue, strong off the window.
A good job by Kalkbrenner, just holding his position down low, not only using his size, but using his width and strength.
And that's 4 rebounds for Shireman, who's 5th in career active rebounds in Division I basketball. And now he shows a little 1-foot mid-range game in the second half of this first half.
Mike Boynton trying to change up the pace a little bit, a little 3-quarter court, soft pressure. They'll fall back to man.
Creighton 1 free throw away from a trip to the Final Four last year. They feel like they have as good, if not better, a chance this year. And they're showing it tonight. 1 minute to go in the half, 5 on the shot clock. Alexander, there's the mid-range. Now 3 on the clock. And John Mike Wright can't get it to go, and we will go to halftime with Creighton and a commanding lead, 47-29 for the 15th ranked Creighton Blue Jays, looking to bounce back after their first loss of the season to Colorado State, and they've done so far in fine form. We're at halftime with the score. Creighton 47, Oklahoma State 29. We'll send you to the studio. Kevin Connors and the coach, Seth Greenberg. As well.
Interesting to see how both great coaches game plan in the middle. Klingon versus Dickinson.
Shireman, tough 2 for Baylor Shireman.
Garrison inside. He's going to work without Kalkbrenner in the game.
And now Ryan Kalkbrenner set to check back in at the scorer's table after that Garrison make.
First, we got a big smile out of Greg McDermott today, mentioning his son Doug getting his number retired.
How about that? That'll happen on December 20th when they host the Villanova Wildcats. Alongside Tim Welsh, Rich Hollenberg inside Gallagher-Iba Arena. And there is a connection between these two programs, Creighton and Oklahoma State. Of course, that connection is the Hall of Famer, the late, great Eddie Sutton. He started his Division I coaching career at Creighton from 1969 to 1974, took a team that was under 500 in 3 straight seasons and led them to a championship and an NCAA tournament bid. And then, of course, He ended up finishing his career here at Oklahoma State, taking this program to a Final Four. But great memories from Greg McDermott, certainly from Mike Boynton, and it's only fitting that tonight here on Eddie Sutton Court inside Gallagher-Iba Arena, it's known as Survivor Night. They were giving out $1 tickets for cancer survivors and families, and for a small donation, with all proceeds going to cancer research, you can get an Eddie Sutton Scowling bobblehead, something you're familiar with, too.
Great coach, good friend. We spent a lot of time on the Nike trip together, talking basketball and life, and then we matched up one night in Las Vegas in a tournament, and we weren't such good friends. I got the scowl at midcourt, and I scowled back, and we had a few words. And then the next day we had an ice cream, and we forgot about everything.
No, with Eddie Sutton.
I tried and I failed.
Shireman, no whistle on that. Kalkbrenner, again no foul. But Creighton maintains possession, and Stephen Ashworth makes him pay.
Well, that's where you get it.
And off the back iron for Marsh. Alexander fading away for two.
I mean, how can we go against you, Georgia Bulldogs?
That's right.
You're writing a big check there every semester for the young Hollenberg. But 3 straight for the Bulldogs. But I think Alabama is playing very well right now, so that should be a good game.
And so is Trey Alexander. See Javon Small get on track again. He's got 19 now. I think these Cowboys are relishing the underdog role. It's going to be a fun Saturday regardless. We should have recruited Sean McDonough to meet us here in Stillwater early. He's calling the game Saturday in Dallas.
I think this is on Sean's radar right now. But the defense, but be extra patient on offense.
Alexander right out of the timeout. That mid-range game showing up again.
To shoot over the top, and you lose vision of where of the touch on that little floater because Kalkbrenner is just in the middle with his hands up.
Alexander getting to his spot whenever he wants. He has 18 to lead the Blue Jays. Marsh makes it count.
Good move by Marsh. Kalkbrenner again was playing in the drop coverage area, and he slid his feet, but Marsh did a good job going with the left.
Under 5 minutes to go. Time is of the essence for Oklahoma State. And Kalkbrenner. Well, Tim Welsh, they call Trey Alexander tricky, and he has been just that for Oklahoma State tonight.
Well, sometimes when the first time you come back to your home area and play a college game, you put a little bit too much pressure on yourself, but that has not been the case tonight for Trey Alexander. He has done a lot of different real good things for Greg McDermott, including being able to attack in the middle of the floor, and Greg McDermott's put him in really good positions, but he plays so fast, so hard, but under control. It's a hard thing to do, but he's got all the answers on offense.
That 4 for 26 slump he was in over his last 2 games is a distant memory at this point. And that makes his dad, Stephen Alexander, extremely happy. Butler already won the first game in the Big 12 Big East battle, and now it looks like the Big East is going to go 2-0 in this 11-game matchup. Which league right now do you think is better? Most pundits say these are the top 2 leagues in America. Which one do you think right now is better?
Well, I've got to evaluate moving forward a little bit more, but I think the Big 12 is a little bit better just because the bottom of the Big East.
Number 306 in his decorated career. Last 14 on the hilltop in Omaha, Nebraska with these Blue Jays. And he has them looking every bit a national title contender. All Big East, and he's got 5 20-point efforts already. And now Shireman has 3 or more threes in every game this season. 21 for number 55. Bounce back game from these Blue Jays after taking it on the chin against the Colorado State team that is ranked in the top 25. Creighton Blue Jays announce their return adamantly.
Well, they're the real deal. There's no doubt about it. They have the look again that they're going to be a team that goes deep into the tournament, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're sitting there in the Final Four when it's all said and done.
Well, another tough road game awaits Greg McDermott and company. This Sunday, they'll be taking on Nebraska at Nebraska. And this is Creighton's first road win against Oklahoma State since 1943. Your final score, one more time, Creighton 79, Oklahoma State 65. We'll be back inside Gallagher-Iba Arena to wrap things up right after this. 15th ranked Blue Jays passed the test, their first true road game of the season, and it ends with a 14-point win in Stillwater against Oklahoma State. Final score, Creighton 79, Cowboys 65. Rich Hollenberg, Tim Welsh, courtside, joined by one of the heroes of the game for the Blue Jays, Trey Alexander. 20 points and 7 rebounds in 36 minutes in your return to your home state of Oklahoma. What was going right for you tonight?
I mean, just the offense. We were able to get back on track from a tough loss against a very good team in Colorado State. So we were just trying to get our groove back, as well as myself. So, I mean, we were just able to work on our offense and be able to move the ball very well tonight. And I feel like that's why we were able to get some good shots.
You know, Trey, I've seen a lot of players over the years, they come back to their home area for the first time and they kind of force the issue. But I thought tonight you did a great job of letting the game come to you at the beginning of the game, and then you started to attack. What was your mindset coming in?
It was just playing off of my teammates. I think that we had a good matchup down there with Ryan Kalkbrenner. We wanted to let him get going early because, I mean, if they have to crash in, then we have the dominoes falling, and we're able to get easy looks. So we just played off of Kalk tonight, and then I was able to get to my spots down the stretch and, you know, just play within the mid-range, play my game.
So Trey, for people who haven't had a chance to see and enjoy what Creighton basketball is all about, what type of message does a game like this send to the rest of college basketball? It
just shows that when we're clicking, we're a very good team on the offensive and the defensive team. I think that besides Small having a great game, that we were able to, you know, hold those other guys to below their averages. And I think that when we're playing defense at a high level, we're a very hard team to beat because we know we can score. We have 5 guys that can score any night. So, I mean, when we're playing on all cylinders on the defensive end, better watch out.
Well, Baylor Shireman got you by 1 point. He had 21.
At the end of the game.
But you finished up with 20 and 7 in 36 minutes in your return to the state where you grew up and were a Gatorade Oklahoma Player of the Year. Congratulations, Trey Alexander, on the win. And Creighton improves to 5-1 or 6-1 on the year. For Tim Welsh, I'm Rich Hollenberg. For everyone here at ESPN, so long from Stillwater.
Thank you.